And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Factorio Space Age, where I believe we were in the process of basically rebuilding the bus base, but using bots this time, so it's got space for all the bots and stuff to get in and out and feed, basically pick all the stuff up. So we finished belts in the last run, so now we probably want to move on to assembly machines. What are you complaining about? You're complaining about green. Is green set for auto pickup? I think it is. Yeah, so as it gets made, it will be picked up. That's fine. Okay, so for inserters, we want basically the 4 different colors of inserters. We'll do sort of similar that we're doing with the fast tier 3 splitters, where with the bulk inserters, where yeah, we'll set it up, but we're not going to feed red into it yet. That's what we'll hold off on doing. So iron plate, iron gear wheels, electronic circuits. Iron plate, iron gear wheels, and inserters, so we basically have to have 2 of those ones, okay. Same thing there, okay, so we'll have 3 of those. Then you actually take a fast one, so basically 4 yellow. Yeah, okay, so for feeding in, that would probably work for the red. I want some more space. Well, let's just do the red and have it off the back side. Actually, yeah, that would probably work. So what we can think is we can do something like that. And that will be, say, you. In which case you would want to use a red one to get your green. Still somewhat recovering from the cold I have, so if you're wondering why my voice is not necessarily all the way back to normal, that's probably why. That will be the iron and gears. In which case we want one of you. So you probably want to be blue here. 2 input in, 1 input in, so that'll be fine. Then we want a long handled for out. And then that will go into a passive provider. It'll be throttled down to probably 1 space. And then we just need to sort out power, which shouldn't be too hard. Do something like that. So then that's yellow. We can go over 1, 2. Basically sort of repeat to the last one. The difference being that you'd be yellow, you'd be red. Yeah. And then you go there, and this belt can continue coming out. And obviously need some power poles, like so. And then basically going to rinse and repeat that twice more. Actually, yeah, something like that. So then you are yellow, blue, yellow, blue, green. Does the blue require the green? Yes, the blue requires the green. Okay. Oops, not that one. That one. That one. Maybe the one that wants the red. You're gonna want that. You're gonna want that. The blue ones actually only require one input from that belt, so put those into yellow. Long candle for the outbound. Oh, you also need gear. Is it gear? Gear and green. Okay. And a lot of green, so you're probably actually going to be throttled by the green input, but that'll be fine. You're not going to run for a while anyway, so... Okay, so then I need to get the bus fed in here. So this is requiring gears and iron bars. So iron bars is pretty easy. Gears are a little bit more complicated. Depending on how I want to fork them off. We'll fork them off here. Not technically optimal, but optimal is sometimes like that, where you don't technically do anything the optimal way. And before I forget, let's tighten these down to only giving me one storage supply, because in theory we don't need a lot of them. And in theory that's working, so we're just waiting on those. We've run out of those in the network. Yes, yes we have. Okay. So I will need to make them. I'm just missing steel. Okay, well that's easy to fix. I'm also missing the red, which is also a little bit easy to fix if I need to. Okay, so they should be able to come over and get that. While we're thinking about it, we're down here. We can toss a few more bots in the network, which will make the network a little bit more efficient. Probably don't need to make any more logistics bots for the moment. This one's getting a little full on logistics bots, which is an indication we're not using them that heavily. Yeah, I should probably focus on just making the construction ones. That'll be fine. Quick mic mute there. Hopefully not coughing your ears. Okay, so that's inserters. So we got belts, we got inserters, we got all the types of sub-belts, all the types of inserters. I've been manually making small electrical poles. At some point I should probably automate the metal, at least the medium and large. Ones. That's not going to be super easy to do, because I don't think I'm going to put iron sticks on the belt. Okay. What's the other thing I probably want to do early on? So at this point, I could probably re-automate red science. Build it in a way that it's more expandable. Where's my red science? This is going down to the red. No, that's going down to the... Yeah, okay, it's here. You're going to red, so red's over green. Let me see if I can remember which one's which. So we got green, we got red. Probably don't need to move red yet. Could move red and green. In a way I could clear up some of the space over here. Yeah, probably let's move red and green. Okay. How do I want to do that? The big questions. Decided I want to do a thing, and now I need to figure out how I'm actually doing the thing. Okay, I just realized I deleted all the power poles I put down, but that's fixable. Okay. Covering from another cough there. So as the power poles are in, should have plenty of space here. Let's get rid of these when we think about it. Okay, so if I want to be doing that, I probably want to design it in a way that it is expandable. Unlike these where we really only need one for the bots, I think. Science we may at some point want to expand in the future. So, I suppose we could keep leaving the gears on the belt, right? So we got gears and copper on the belt. Well, not on the new, or on the bus. We don't have it on the new bus yet, but that's easy to solve. Yeah, that's easy to solve. So let's say, well, basically I'm going to duplicate what I did before, but in a way where we leave space off the end, so keep expanding it. So we'll still do the 5 red science. Generated by putting 2 things together. It's not all that hard. And at some point, I'm going to turn around and then ship those probably back out. And if I'm smart, I'll probably actually run it through across the bus. And actually, that'd probably be copper there. Come down here. So I want you to come off, say, there. Blueprint's B. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're gonna make blueprint out of my lane splitter. Create you, toss you into B. Then we're gonna pick you up and we're gonna say, hey. Oh, now I should have looked up the forced replacement one. Yeah, well, that worked reasonable. So we'll go set that up. Then I just need to plumb in copper, which is going to be easy enough to do because I can just fetch it off of here. It'll, in theory, make the existing one a little bit less efficient. But part of the plan is to replace the existing one, so that's fine. Okay, that'll give us red science. Next step would be to prep green science. Which is the 3 amigos again, right? So it's gears, iron bars, green science, or green chips. For my inputs, I want to build this in a way that is vaguely expandable for future upgrades. So we think we want to do something like that. And say you are yellow, you are belt. These will be science itself. Of course, will need to be unloaded on a belt. Technically, it's 2 though. That pair for every 6 of these green. So that's fairly easy for me to expand, right? So I can just extend this bit, basically copy, shift over when it's set, run it in a line in, rinse and repeat, right? Oh, the whole setup will need power. Then we just need to get plumbed. Which in some ways is easier said than done. Yeah, easier said than done. This is the problem with scavenging off of existing lines. Okay, so we can do that. Get you. Then cross, 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 cross. That will be gears. Oh, well, I really want the gears on the bottom one. Is there an easy way to fix that? Yeah, there's actually a reasonably easy way to fix that. Flip the state of those. So I want you to be the gear one. I want you to be that one. I suppose even that technically saves me an underground as well, so. Well, no, it doesn't save me underground. I've still got to spend some same number of undergrounds. Okay, so that gives us green. Then we just need to find a way to get it across the spaghetti. Get the red and the green across the spaghetti. Just realized a place where I might have a problem. It's actually getting the red across is going to be the problem. Fairly easy to fix. Alright, we're going to do something like that, which means I need to do some underground. And you're running across. Similarly. Ah, the same problem, just moved up one here as well. Probably want to go one more over before we try to merge these up. Oh, I had a fun bit of skitty here. To get everything plumbed, I suppose. In the first pass, okay. Clean the spaghetti up a little bit later. Go back through and delete everything. Okay, so that should, once we get red and green actually showing up in these belts, put red and green through to our science labs. Why aren't you running? Because you're not getting iron? Because we didn't finish plumbing the iron in before I got distracted. Mentally distracted. We're already seeing some throughput issues on the iron. Why do we have throughput issues? Because we have throughput issues. I just don't have enough iron coming down this belt. How do I want to fix that? Well, I know one way I don't want to fix that, and that's by manually going over there and doing it myself. So, bots, you need to expand your own network so you can get to places I don't want to go. We'll have to get it expanded out to the miners so we can increase the throughput. One thing I can also do while we're waiting is I can tell them, hey, probably have the red belt to do this. Go ahead and upgrade everything in your current range to red. That won't be enough. And it is nice enough that it's not stopping the belt while it's doing that. That could have been a problem. Okay, so it's plumbed. We got green going. We got red going. So in theory, the old red and green are no longer necessary. I am seeing a potential problem. And the potential problem is that my new method of delivering red and green puts them on the belt the wrong way around. Well, that's a thing, yes. A couple different ways to fix this. One of them is to not fix it. So we'll just take that piece of belt out. And probably what I'll try to do is I'll try to run the red and green down a bit. And then we can just flip them. Okay, so at this point, I no longer need the old red, I no longer need the old green, so we can set it up so these start to run down simply by disassembling the old setups. Try not to disrupt the power grid too much by just disassembling the setup, not the grid. We don't need this component either. These can get packed up. Yeah, so you're surplus to requirements. Your surplus to requirements. That's surplus to requirements. Your surplus to requirements. Sorry, I missed. Uninstall surplus to requirements. Clean the spaghetti up a little bit while I work my way back. Yeah, so right now we're going to try to run the red and green down enough that hopefully the inversion should not be a problem. One solution if it really becomes a problem is I can go ahead and have the bots pick it up and put it back down again. Picked it up, picked it up, picked it up. Leave those intact. Don't need you, don't need you. Need that. That. At some point those should be rebuilt on the new system. Yeah, so we got red and green going to replace the old red and green that we just tore up. How goes the expansion? Okay, so I got put down, so I need to put down another one. One thing I could do is use that. Not necessarily the best of blueprints, but it should give me an idea of where things need to be positioned. There's a rock in the way, and I don't have the override command, so I've got to delete the rock. Which means I need to recollect the blueprint, which is fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. Is it going to let me do it while the rock's still there? Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's not necessarily the optimal setup for those, but that should... So. Sorry about that. That should at least get that set up. And yeah, definitely we can get more off of this if we just had the setup for it. the throughput set out for it. Do some of the personal stuff in the tech tree. Get that queued up. Yeah, let's do that. Personal battery, belt immunity, night vision. Explosives we'll need at some point. Sadly, they've pushed the cliff explosives off to other planets, so we can't be going exploding cliffs anytime soon. Okay, so we've told it to do that, so when that's in the network, which will take a little while, but once that's in the network, it should upgrade all that belt, which should get us more iron throughput, which should be enough to feed this furnace at full speed. Hopefully. And this side is at least spare to requirements. You know, actually, I'm gonna try to keep the episodes recorded tonight to half-an-hour parts, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a cut in here. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying it. There'll be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, hang around. I'm gonna drink a little bit of tea to try to get my throat a little bit better, and take a short break, but I'll be right back after that break. So, bye for now. Hope you have a good time until the next part. See you in the next part.